Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Might and Magic VII, and I'm gonna be upfront with you. I've had to restart this video. You'll see I've got 5 saves now. I'd actually done a bunch of things, but I've had to restart this video because I messed something up. There was one guy on this island that I didn't talk to, and that potentially messed up a future small quest chain. So for that I'm starting again from the beginning. Not that you necessarily would know or care. I could have lied to you and pretended that this is the first video I'm recording today, but I've just wanted to be upfront about this because I'm gonna have to go through everything again. And there might be times where I stumble, where I'm not sure where I've said something already, or if I have yet to say it, which is a natural consequence of recording the same video twice in, such a close proximity in time. Alright. Anyway, all of that out of the way, we are ready to start the game properly. We have Margaret the Docent with us. One thing I said in the previous video, might as well say it again, is that like a docent or docent, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. It's a word that I myself learned only recently, a few months ago I think, when it was in a New York Times crossword puzzle. It's like a person who guides you from exhibit to exhibit at a museum, for instance, but instead of a museum, she's gonna be doing it for us on this island as a whole. And we can turn her comments off, but I'll leave them on at least until we get the flavor dialogue for the main locations on this island. Anyway, let's go on. And she welcomes us to Emerald Island and tells us she will be our guide. Wonderful. One thing also to note is if we open our quest log, we already have quests related to the scavenger hunt that we need to complete. Because I've already done this episode before, I know exactly where to go for all of these things. In a way that's good because I won't be wasting any time, but in a way it's bad because you won't get the semi-blind feel of somebody who's playing the game again after a long time, discovering the stuff again. But you know what? Life is all about compromise. One thing we can do is if we find a person by the name of Alyssa the Bard, if we talk to her.
How are you this afternoon?
She, I guess, was hired to provide some musical entertainment. Yep, she's the bard in charge for that kind of thing. And she tells us she didn't bring her good instruments. She just brought a lute. And if we talk to her about that, we can buy her lute from her, because we need it for the scavenger hunt. And we'll put this in Zoltan's inventory. She promises, or she asks us to promise to take care of it and not use it for firewood. I will say that we're not going to use it for firewood. The judge in charge of the contest, I can't speak for what he's going to do about it. And she's going to be without an instrument for the rest of the trip. And I guess she's just going to be telling stories instead. Alright. Good stuff. One other thing I've got to do is I've got to equip our gear, all this super-powered amazing stuff that we picked up. One other thing that I mentioned in the video, I've made an executive decision. I'm going to be keeping any and all items of the dragon that we find. I'm not going to be selling them, because Well, some of them might be useful, some of them might be equipped on our members, like if we find bows of the dragon or a good staff of the dragon. But even if it's a useless thing, like this sword that we're not going to use, or a spear, for example, that we're not going to use, I'll still keep it just because of... I guess I have a soft spot for them because I love this enchantment, and also they're so rare. Like, I spent so much time multi-looting artifacts. We found 13 artifacts and a bunch of other good stuff, but only one item of the dragon. Admittedly, I wasn't checking every single weapon, but I was checking most of them. We didn't find too many artifacts. Alright. You, for now, can only equip one of your daggers, because you need to be expert before you can dual wield. You can't equip that yet. Alright, let's just put that. You can equip that flail for now. Day of Protection, just hold on to that. Just hold on to that. You can get your speed boosted by these boots and immediately lose that boost by putting on the Titan's belt. But now you have a truckload of strength. And you wear that crown as well.
I can't use that.
Oh, right. You don't have all the skills you need just yet. So let's do something about that. Walk towards this shop. This is the Blacksmith Shop that sells weapons, Margaret describes what it does, and also tells us that it's not just buying, we can sell stuff as well, but you won't get a good deal.
Need a new weapon?
Unless you have a good merchant skill. I'm gonna just get rid of some of this garbage. And I don't even care about merchant at this point. So, gotta learn a few skills. You need to learn how to use an axe. And you two need to learn how to use bows. So that's done. And next we need to go to the armor place. The armorer, the armor shop. Okay, and...
See anything you want?
No, we need to learn some skills. You need to learn leather. You need to learn shield. You need to learn leather.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. You know shield. I'll move this here. So they're just tidying things up a little bit. You've learned leather as well. You've got the nice Harrock's leather equipped now. You as well are gonna come on. Not enough room? I guess there's not enough room for that. That's okay. Okay, what else? What else? Alright, let's walk towards this place. This is Carolyn Weathers' private residence. And she's gonna sell us some of the guild memberships that we need. Air and fire, to be precise. Oh, and Margaret just told us that this well will give us a temporary fire resistance bonus. So why not? And we'll get that noted. And a local tavern.
Come in.
Why not? Let's
Right
fill our
away.
packs. What skills do you teach? Perception. Right, okay, let's save here. Let's teach
Come in.
perception to you. You can become a master. Don't think anybody else can become a higher perception user than you. So I'll leave you with that for now. I think maybe a ranger. This well, I don't think does anything. This house will give us 2 more memberships that we need. Spirit Guild is going to be nice because you know, nice to have a... Nice to have spells like Bless. Anyway, oh, this is going to restore some hit points. That's good. And presumably this is going to be spell points. By the law of symmetry, indeed it is. Okay.
Do you need healing?
And by the way,
Go in peace.
before I get healing, it may look like our characters have taken damage, but in reality what's happened is we gave them a bunch of equipment that raised their stats, and what that did was it raised their maximum health without raising their current health. So they have a lower proportion of their maximum health right now than they did a few minutes ago. So it looks like they're damaged, but
Do
really
you need healing?
they're not. But still, it is annoying me enough that they're not at max that I am gonna
Go in peace.
go to the healer to fix that. Alright. Back. Here is the training center. We do have enough experience to go to all the way to level 3. One thing I mentioned in the video was similar to Might and Magic VI. You'll notice our characters are slightly out of sync. It's because, let me just make sure I've saved this. Let me load this save. And if you look at our character sheets, you'll see that everyone starts out with a non-zero amount of experience, which kind of bugs me because it means everyone's going to be just slightly out of sync. And that always annoyed me. I'm going to go all the way back to our current save. Now we're coming up to the reason I had to restart this video, which is this guy over here, Mr. Malwick. You see, this guy, if we talk to him, he's going to say something interesting.
Hello.
He says he has an offer for us. We talk to him. He has a reason to believe that whoever is in charge of Harmondale, that's the property being offered as a prize to whoever wins the scavenger hunt. Will have an unprecedented opportunity to shape the future. That's why he's here today, to make sure it's pleasing to his associates. If we talk to his proposal, we talk to him about his proposal, he'll introduce himself. And it's all sounding very sinister. And he offers us a wand, which we don't really need, but I'm gonna do it because there's a future quest that I don't think will trigger unless we accept this. So I'm gonna hold on to this. Sometime in the future, I or a representative will call on you to return the favor. I hope you won't disappoint. Here is your wand. Will not be seen talking again, because doesn't want people to get suspicious. Yeah, definitely something very shady. Another thing I want to do is I want to go to the Spirit Guild.
The Guild of the Spirit welcomes you.
I want to teach you Spirit Magic. Really, I just want to bless. But while we're here, let's buy the other spells. I know I'm wasting a bit of money here.
I learned it! That is going to be useful.
Man, she's so enthusiastic.
I learned it!
Good for her, I guess.
That is going to be useful.
I mean, yeah, like, you should be excited about learning things, shouldn't you? Do I need air spells right now? Do I, though? Do I? I don't think so. What is this? Body Guild. Don't really need that. Oh, one other thing I talked about in my abortive attempt to record this episode is that this well will boost our luck. So Might and Magic VII operates on a similar system to Might and Magic VI, where there will be certain wells that will boost your stats if you go to them with the stat low enough. Which sounds, in theory, like a good thing, and it's a good thing. There's no reason why it has to be anything other than a good thing, but what I decided, and this was almost like a spur of the moment decision, is that I'm not going to be using these one-time stat boosts because they are going to go into our fountain notes. And if I got even a single one of these, I would feel obligated to get all of them. And if you watched my Might and Magic VI series, in order to get all of the notes, I had to artificially, deliberately lower my stats. I gave a whole bunch of potions to Serena to lower her stats, just so I could drink from these stupid wells and get their notes into my fountain log. And I'm like, I don't want to do that again, especially given everything else that the game is going to stop us from being able to record. Like, with the party that we're going in with, we're not going to be able to do all the alchemy, for instance. So I'm like, I don't want to even open that Pandora's box. We're not going to need stats. We'll have much better ways of getting stats. So I'm not going to do something that is only going to tempt me to start doing stupid things in the future. Okay. So there's that thing settled. I hope nobody's too upset about this. Anyway, we're going to go to the magic shop. And
Can I help you with anything?
I'm gonna hold on to this wand just in case we need it. I can't imagine that we do, but I'll hold on to it until the second half of this,
Thanks. Come again.
or the next stage of this quest triggers. Let's just leave it at that. We'll keep it there. And this is the Guild of Fire. Alright, we're now gonna engage in some combat. So there's gonna be some dragonflies on this island. And they are
Weakling.
not gonna have a good time. Because as you can see, we are substantially more powerful than the game expects us to be. Although they are swarming us a little, but as soon as we get our turn, we take down whole bunches of them in one go. Alright.
What a scratch.
Who else is here? Where are these guys? Where are these guys? Alright, let's try and draw them towards ourselves in a kind of organized way. Right now they are all over the place.
That was too easy.
And one thing I should point out. Next time it is Roderick's turn, is that he's shooting ice arrows. Those are coming from the artifact bow Ulysses. And I thought that was a really cool graphical touch. Alright. Do these guys give gold? They do. Nice. I guess we can loot a few of them. I'm not even gonna bother about looting them because I don't really need gold at the moment. What we do need is for them to stop flitting around and just
That was too easy.
stay still. By the way, if you want to make them stop flitting around, because if I go off turn-based into real-time mode, you'll see they'll be flying in these zigzag patterns. If you go in turn-based mode, they will stand still when it's your turn to attack them. I think that's a much more, a much less annoying way to have to deal with them. Alright. Alright. So let's refresh our memory on what our quests are. We need to find a red potion, a seashell, a longbow, a floor tile. That's the oddest thing out of this lot. A musical instrument, and a wealthy hat. Now, we've already got the musical instrument. Let's see if any of these chests have anything useful for us. See, we've already gotten a seashell. Wonderful. Excuse me. We also have a red ingredient for potentially making a red potion. But there should be a chest in here which has nothing, yes, nothing but empty potion bottles and red ingredients. So...
Perfect.
I'll give this to you as well. So we've gotten 2 items taken care of. Alright. Oh, and nearly forgot about this chest here. I'll cast... Cast Wizard Eye again, just to make sure I'm not missing out on anything. One other thing that I'm gonna do... Oh, I'm gonna start handing stuff in. I might as well. Because right now we've got 2 things. Yeah, 3 things actually. So let me save the game. A bit of a spoiler and the location tag on that save file, but that's okay.
His Grace, Lord Markham, Duke of the Western Lowlands.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna talk to the judge. What do we have? The first item he takes from us is the red potion. He asks why it took us so long. It's the easiest item to return, and almost every other group has brought one in. Better late than never. I think he just says this regardless of how long you take. But it's funny because in our case, we actually have been late on this. Mainly because we've been off on a little detour killing a dragon, which took a bit of time. So that's one thing taken off the list. The next thing is that shell. Beautiful shell, much like the ones that Sally sells. Ooh, we'll meet Sally actually pretty soon. This certainly came from Emerald Island, and he marks it off. And the loot. So that's 3 items. We'll also talk to Lord Markham. About the hunt. Isn't this hunt exciting? That's fantastic. About Castle Harmondale, if you win, we'll be in charge. Apparently it's very scenic. Looking forward to that. And he also has a quest for us. The Missing Contestants. He has a 1,000 gold reward for bringing back information about missing contestants. Alright. We're gonna actually take care of that just now. For that, we'll walk all the way around, following the shoreline. We'll need to go into the dragon cave for that. Ooh. And she recalls strangers poking around the entrance to the dragon cave. And she also has something to say about the abandoned temple. Okay, so that cave is not the abandoned temple. The temple is... it's in the hill. But one thing the judge mentioned, like he mentioned a woman called Sally, and she's right here, by the seashore. And if you talk to her,
Hi.
you will learn that she sells seashells by the seashore. And even though we've already completed this quest, I figured we might as well buy one anyway to keep as a souvenir. Now we're gonna go back inside this cave. Margaret once again warning us about the dragon that we killed in the last episode. Or that... I mean, I'd killed him long ago, but whose death was finally confirmed in the last episode. And we can look at some of the stuff on the ground.
That's it?
Most of it's gonna be largely irrelevant. I guess gold is always nice to pick up, because you don't need to go through any extra effort. It just gets added to your total. But what we really need out of this is two things. We need the Contestants Shield. If we read the description, it's bloodstained and it was in the Dragon Cave. And perhaps this is the proof that Lord Markham is gonna want. Another thing...
Well, I can't do everything.
I'm gonna take this longbow. If you'll note, we need... that's one of the things on our list to bring back. We need to return a longbow. Not gonna go back and do that just yet. Before we do that, we're gonna go up this hill and follow this bridge. Am I going the right way? Or no, I think I'm... Am I? Hang on. Maybe I need to go this way? Huh. Trying to find that... Okay, no, it's over there. I was trying to find the other location on this island that we haven't been to. By the way, Dragon Cave, technically an indoor location, and now technically a cleared indoor location. So mark it off the list, people. Now this is the entrance to the old abandoned temple. We're just gonna refresh our wizard eye, and we're gonna cast torchlight. We're gonna go in.
This has all the makings for adventure.
I like your I like the way you look at it, Zoltan.
Please,
Because in Might and Magic VI,
please.
regardless of how strong your characters got, they would always complain whenever they entered a new area. And it got kind of aggravating after all. It's like, guys, get over it. Yeah, you're gonna have to kill some stuff.
Please.
Piece of cake.
That was too easy.
These guys, or Zoltan at least, are a lot more, they have a much more positive outlook. Alright. Let's go in here. Anybody in here? We've got some spiders. Alright. Alright, let me just save the game now on slot 5. Sure, why not? I was clicking here just to make sure there's nothing there. There is something here. I think things glow red like this when your perception is triggered. Your perception skill. In this case, nothing special, but a bit of extra gold never hurts. Never hurts. I just want to make sure we are fully exploring these cave areas before we go into the actual temple. This is very reminiscent of the abandoned temple from Might and Magic VI. You know, the one in the New Sorpigal area. Except we're kind of doing it the other way around. In that one, we entered the temple portion and then descended into the caves. And this one, we went into the caves and now we're going to be going into the temple. So a nice bit of a nice little reversal there. Casting that again. Casting this again. Gonna be more enemies here. Quite a few of them actually. But alright, hang on. I need to reposition. These small enemies are annoying because if they get close to you, they can be difficult to target, and I don't want to start messing around, like tilting my view up or down. Alright. Alright.
Ah, what a scratch.
We got hit by one of those constantly firing traps, which is annoying, and I'm getting stuck on those pillars, which is also annoying.
Ah, what a scratch.
Oh my god, come on. Okay. Now we're at this place, this door, this obvious door that isn't opening. So whenever in these games you come to what is clearly a door and you click on it and it doesn't respond, chances are it's something close to you that you need to interact with to open it. In this case, the game makes it easy. There's a very obvious button to the left. I'm just going to go ahead and click on that. Inside are a couple friendly people, guards, I guess. And these bookshelves will mostly just have scrolls, which I'm not interested in. Some of them will have spelled books. Okay, what is going on? That is hilarious. Okay, nothing here. Another thing that the game is indicating to us that there's something on the other side.
That was too easy.
Completely forgot that there were rats in here. I don't want to accidentally hit the friendly guards. One other challenge that I'm setting for myself is that
I can't learn that.
I think you'll be able to learn Awaken eventually. So I'll give that to you for now. You already know Torchlight, so we don't care about this. But yeah, I was gonna say one other challenge that I'm setting for myself, and here is the floor tile. That's one of the things we need. Yeah, this one. But yeah, what I was gonna say before I interrupted myself for the third time was that one challenge I'm setting for myself, similar to Might and Magic VI, I want to get through this entire game without any collateral damage. Meaning without killing anything that isn't hostile. And I'm allowing myself to save and load, so it's not going to be Iron Man levels of difficulty. But it will make things challenging when we're fighting using area of effect damage, if there are friendlies nearby. Got some more guards here, and some cabinets, it seems. Some things with a bunch of drawers in them. Let's just ransack it, you know, as one does. I could be picking up the potions. I don't really care. Like, I think I'm done with alchemy
Well, I can't do everything.
for this game, at least. I'll come back to alchemy in Might and Magic 8, but yeah, I think I'm through with it for now. We will take this wealthy hat, which is on our list of things that we need. And just here picking up the piles of gold, the loose piles of gold. And we are basically done with this place. We loop back around, just making sure we've killed everything here. Again, if the green indicator goes to yellow, it'll mean that there's something close by that we didn't kill. If it stays green, it means chances are we killed everything. And I don't think there were any spots for enemies to be hiding far away so that it looks, so that it seems green, but it actually isn't. I think we physically went to every part of the map, and there's no place enemies could have been hiding where we wouldn't have at least gotten a yellow indicator for that. Oh yeah, and Margaret tells us about the temple. I think she might have already told us about it before, but I might have glossed over it. She says it's infested with vermin, but not that dangerous, and that there may be items relevant to the scavenger hunt inside, and indeed we found 2 of them right there. So who has the longbow? You do. You also have the shield. Let's just give all the quest stuff to Zoltan. I'm still not used to the different names compared to MM6. I'm used to Roderick being number 1, being the paladin. I'm used to Alexis the archer being number 2. Serena the cleric is fine. Alexis the sorcerer is kind of in the right ballpark, but still weirding me out a little bit. But that's okay. And I think now Margaret has talked to us about everything. So we're gonna turn her dialogue off. And what we're gonna do is we are gonna hand in some quests. Yeah, let's save it again. Number 5. For the second time, we're gonna be completing Emerald Island.
It's closed.
Except we're not, because it's closed. Why would you even... Typical government bureaucracy, am I right? Am I right? Alright, let's just rest. And now let's go back.
His Grace, Lord Markham, Duke of the Western Lowlands.
First, let's complete the Missing Contestants quest. There really is a dragon on the island? I mean, there was a dragon on the island, would probably be a better way of putting it. And he thought people were talking about the dragonflies. That's actually kind of hilarious. And he's going to warn people to stay away from the cave. Which, I mean, I guess maybe a second dragon might fly in at some point, so sure, why not? You get on that, Markham. You get right on that. But anyway, let's hand these last 3 items in. Oh. I clicked on the wrong thing. I clicked on the rules. Alright, let's click on the actual quest completion dialogue. This longbow, which we picked up from the Dragon Cave. That works. The tile from the temple, he seems to be okay with that as well. And finally, the wealthy hat. Alright, now we're done, and if we talk to him again, he says that's all 6 items, we're the winners, and he suggests we talk to Lord Markham, and he doesn't have any more dialogue. Both of his dialogue options have disappeared. So what I'm going to do now is, now I'm going to save the game, and now I think We're finally done with this place. Now I'm gonna go to...
His Grace, Lord Markham, Duke of the Western Lowlands.
We're gonna talk to the Duke of the Western Lowlands. We're gonna click on this. He says, "Congratulations, you are the new Lords of Harmondale. Isn't it thrilling? You can't imagine how good it feels for me to give this property away. I don't know, man, something about this whole scheme feels suspicious. Like we came here, we give some bald dude a potion and a floor tile, and this guy wants to give us... I don't know, man. Something about this feels kind of weird to me. But you know what? Let's not give a gift horse in the mouth. You know, if someone gives you someone's giving you something, you might as well be gracious. All of the benefits and rewards and the responsibilities of governing the town of Harmondale are now yours. All right. Just sign here and here. I guess we've signed it. We didn't have a choice. And he says we're all set and congratulates us. We click on that dialogue. The ship that will take you to your fiefdom awaits in the harbor. His entourage and him and he will be taking a different ship. And just board whenever we're ready. What we're going to do is we're going to make our way towards that ship. But we're not going to get on that because... well, before I leave Emerald Island, I'm going to take one last look around, make sure everything's done. But more than that, before we move on to the next stage of this game, now that we're basically done with the opening island, I think it's a good time to draw this video to a close. So, I hope you'll join me in the next video where we will take this ship and finally see what all this Harmondale business is about. Apparently we're now mayors or something, like there's a town, whatever. We'll figure all that stuff out in the next episode. So until then, take care.